Hi everyone, welcome back to Brothers Podcast Ponderings. I'm Callum,
And I'm Nathan.
and like always, you get the routine. We just need to think about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just going to make it up today.
Yeah.
We just started watching Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
Halfway through that, we're probably going to watch the rest of it after this.
Is there only 6 episodes?
7.
7.
So pretty much. Damn it, the law of 6, 7. You just have to do it whenever you hear it. I'm liking it so far. Similar to Suicide Squad, but different.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I was going to get on about. So, people saying James Gunn, he's not sticking to his word. Anyone who watched Superman first, Creature Commandos actually adds on to it for Superman. But, as an example, you did not need to watch Creature Commandos to watch Superman.
Yeah.
We understood Superman perfectly fine. The plot made sense. So, you didn't need to watch Creature Commandos. It just, enriches the story like we were saying before. So, cut Gunn some slack.
Yeah.
Because my bro is trying, and I'm very sad that he might be getting fired. If they sell Warner Brothers, that is. Hopefully they don't. Or somebody's clever enough to keep James Gunn in charge.
Yeah.
Because at the minute, like you can't really judge a universe of 2 shows and a film. Like, you can't cancel a universe after 2 shows and a film. Like, there's literally nothing has happened yet.
Yeah.
Like, the first Iron Man never made $1 million. In fact, it made around the same as what Superman made. So as a first film, it's fine. Warner Bros. Just needs to calm down a little bit and just let things happen. Made burgers earlier, so put stuff on, and he's just doing it because he's special.
I'm doing it for sanitary
He's
reasons.
very special.
I'd rather not have dirty hands.
But yeah. Mad.
What Pug Fan Season 3 first episode came out yesterday.
Oh, yes, it did.
And it's been getting a lot of hate online because people are angry at the animation in the first episode, which I will say fair enough. And then also they did actually cut out something. They cut out a whole scene with the Reaper monster doing something to the hostages in the Monster Association, which they cut that whole scene out. So he did nothing in the anime, which I do kind of get that is a little bit annoying, but at the same time, from the looks of the opening, they're trying to fit in Saitama versus Orochi in this season, which, doing that in 12 episodes, they're going to need to cut some stuff out. And also, obviously, people complaining about the animation in the first episode, which, again, fair enough. I think that episode, no matter who was animating it, was probably going to be one of the worst of the season, one of the worst of the whole show so far. Because it's no action. It's genuinely just a talking episode.
Yeah.
Like, even if Madhouse was working on it, that episode wouldn't be that good.
No.
Because just that part of the manga, there wasn't much fighting going on. It's all set up. Which the next episode we should be getting Goro versus Bug God, and is it Slasher? Is he a Slasher or Reaper? I think it might be a Slasher. I can't remember the name of the other monster, but that fight should be coming in episode 2.
Right, yeah.
And then possibly during the same episode, or maybe during episode 3, we'll see Saitama punching Garo.
Yeah.
Then after that, I don't think it's long before the raid on the Monster Association happens. And so much happens. I mean, Darkshine one-shots Bug God, which that's going to be cool to see how they animate that one panel of Darkshine throwing a punch. We'll see if they actually will use their budget on Darkshine. For the looks of the opening, though, it seems like they're going to use a lot of their budget on the women. based on the opening.
Yeah.
So,
as you know, based on the director.
Yeah.
So.
Which, you know, that wasn't I kind of forgot until I saw the opening who the director was.
Yeah.
But people were also saying in the first episode the most animated character in the episode was Fubuki, and it's true when you look at that episode because everyone else is kind of still. Fubuki has some actual movement.
Yeah. It's mad.
So Tatsumaki, she does some. What does she even do in this season? I can't remember. I don't know. She does some stuff. Fubuki does some stuff. Oh, Tatsumaki fights that one Esper monster at the beginning of the raid on the Monster Association. That'll be cool to see animated.
Yeah.
I
just want the My Hero dub out so then I can start watching the new season.
That should be this week.
What? About Saturday, Sunday or something.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because I really want to start watching it.
You know why Saturday and Sunday is the weekend, Colin? Because it's the 6th and 7th day of the week.
That was terrible.
I'm not wrong though, am I?
No. It was still terrible.
But yeah, obviously I'm excited because the opening, like the way they've done Garo, Saitama, and Tatsumaki in particular, they all look well animated. And even a My Mask versus, I can't remember the name of the monster, but like it looks well animated.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm expecting from the fights. I'm expecting the fights to be well animated. I'm expecting it overall to be as a bit better than season 2 for the reason of the quality of the drawings being better than season 2, and then with probably similar animation when it actually gets to the actual fights.
Yeah.
People are complaining, by the way, because in the opening there's that one shot of Orochi in his final form against Saitama, and there's barely any detail on it, when in the manga it looks really detailed. People are complaining about that, but like it's such a small part of the opening. Like, are people expecting him to look like that when he shows up in episode 12? Like, because obviously when you're showing off the final form of the final boss in the opening to the season, you're not gonna, and it's only for a brief second, and you're focusing on animation, you're not gonna prioritize getting getting a really detailed image. It's just showing you the general idea of what's coming for Orochi.
Yeah.
But obviously, when they get to that part of the anime, I hope they do them in more detail. Even if they CGI him, I wouldn't be that surprised if they CGI Orochi.
They might.
If they don't, I'll be even happier. But I wouldn't be so shocked.
I mean, they tend to only animate like dragon-like creatures or anything.
Yeah, like the centipede. Oh, I know. I remember there's the Esper thing. So for like the smoke effects, they might eventually, for the wind effects. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember season 3 that well from the manga. It's been so long. I don't even remember everything that happens before. Saitama versus Orochi. Does Garo versus Puri Puri Prisoner happen this season? I think it does.
Mad.
Because Garo is like, for like near the end of the season, I think it will be, he's like locked in a room in the Monster Association, and then Puri Puri Prisoner finds him, and then Garo wakes up and just doesn't kill him, he knocks him out.
Yeah.
That will be happening this season, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it happens before Saitama versus Orochi.
Right, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not that long. It might be episode 3 where we get Garo versus Orochi, which I think that will be our first guess as to what the really peak fights are like, because obviously when he's fighting Bug God and the Slasher Monster, like, we know what that looks like, but that's not going to be like, that's not one of the main fights of the season.
No.
It's not like Saitama versus Orochi, Garo versus Orochi level. It's just one of Garo's fights.
Yeah. These kind of look like tools to you.
No.
Really?
No,
Big
no,
toe,
no,
little
no,
toe.
no,
I think these look like toes.
no.
Guys, I think they're toes.
But yeah, I'm excited for the rest of season 3
Yeah.
because people are saying like, oh, it's the worst, like it's the worst anime I've ever seen. Oh, it's unbearable to watch. I'm like, it's probably the worst anime airing right now. I will give you that. Probably that first episode was probably the worst animated episode that aired. But like, we're getting One Punch Man season 3. Like, shut up and be grateful. We could have just not gotten it for another 6 years.
Yeah.
Like, at least we're getting it, and it
could have been another 6 years, and
Yeah.
somebody else bought it, and then
And
decided to restart
we've seen what
it.
season 2 looked like. The general quality of the drawings could have been not bad, but instead, at least the general quality is good. It seems like hopefully, the lack of animation in episode 1 is a sign that they focused on animating the key fights.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind lack of animation in the rest of the season if it just means the key fights are animated well.
Yeah.
Because I just want Garo versus Orochi and Saitama versus Orochi animated well.
Mm.
And then I don't know what other fights Garo has. I know, obviously, he fights Bug God and the Slasher, and then he fights Orochi, and then Puri Puri Prisoner is like basically one comboed by Garo.
Yeah.
And then it's not long after that. I don't think Saitama vs. Orochi is that long after that.
No. I don't really remember.
But once
It's been a while.
Once Saitama vs. Orochi happens, I assume they'll go through the fight because there's a part of the opening where they show Orochi's like very final form at the beginning of the opening. They do show his very final form, which they could, if they really wanted to, leave on a cliffhanger with that.
Yeah.
But then it would be the next season starts. Saitama just like squirts some lava and blasts a hole and one-shots Orochi.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season, or they could end this season like that, which I think that would be the wiser choice.
Yeah. FNAF 2.
FNAF 2.
Casting.
Yeah.
Do you know?
About Matt Patter's Toy Bonnie.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking about the law implications, which of course they would.
Yeah.
Of course they would talk about
and
that.
also somebody was talking about how there's just anyone experiencing Five Nights at Freddy's with just the film alone is wondering why the fucking restaurant guy is now Bonnie. Why he's come back. In fairness, it is a bit ridiculous because okay, you have him back as a cameo, but like you can't then bring him back as an actual character.
But it is funny because obviously now people are making theories about it.
Honestly, I don't know who they would make Markiplier if they would put Markiplier in it. They could have had him as Toy Freddy, I guess.
Mm.
Alright, stop sounding like a dog. Yeah. At least Springtrap's going to be in the sequel.
Yeah.
Not a lot, I don't think, but he's in there. Obviously the third one's going to be more to do with him.
I hope the third one goes for, like, because I know the first two haven't been R-rated, I hope the third one is, and I hope they go really into the horror aspect more than they have the first two for the third one.
Yeah. The second one's meant to be scary, though.
Yeah, I know it's meant to be scary, but it's not R-rated in America, which means...
In fairness, how hard is it to get a 15 to an 18 nowadays?
Yeah, but, like, Deadpool and Wolverine... Demon Slayer, like, Chainsaw Man, obviously, that's bad. But, like, Demon Slayer, you just need to get as bad as Demon Slayer, and then you're R-rated. Just use some foul language, you're R-rated.
Yeah.
To not get R-rated, you need to be very clean on the language.
Probably would. I mean, he did just call the kids beasts, and not little C words.
Yeah, he could say much worse.
He could be much worse.
Which is why I'm hoping for FNAF 3 to make it R-rated, give
I think what the issue
give
was
some
initially.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening. They made the FNAF film. They wanted kids to watch it.
Yeah.
What they have then discovered is that it's not kids that love Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, because they've all grown up.
It's all the grown-ups who grew up with Five Nights at Freddy's, who are really interested in the lore and want to really experience it. Yes, show their kids, but like that's like anything. Like parents show their kids Chucky. They probably shouldn't, but they do. Like,
and I hope FNAF 3 is generally
so FNAF 3, I would
more scary.
Just more adult.
Yeah, more adult, more scary.
More adult. Because then this location they can go straight back to the child friendliness of it. Well, teenage friendly.
Oh, what's FNAF 4 gonna be like?
I completely forgot.
FNAF 4. Like, just imagining that as like, what are they gonna do for that? That's gonna be interesting.
Because once they do FNAF 3, that would be like the backstory.
Yeah.
And isn't that Mike's brother?
I think
the crying child, which means he's the marionette. But which means Mike's gonna see his brother.
The game in FNAF 4 is just a weird game.
If you think about that, though.
Yeah, but in general, FNAF 4 is a very weird game. Because obviously, you know, it's a kid in a house.
It's been the one that got the most sort of film adaptations because people tried to make homemade films, and it was always FNAF 4.
Yeah,
because it's the easiest one to do.
Yeah.
So to make it scary, so you never know.
What if they just do a thing of it's a kid who's telling his parents he's had monsters showing up at night, and they don't believe him, and it's just like that basic. No, they wouldn't do that. I have faith in Scott Cawthon.
Because Purple Guy's the dad.
Yeah.
Because they kidnapped him and sort of made him the dad.
But then again,
you're going to see the girlfriend.
Then again, it's
Mike's girlfriend.
It's also the thing of, will they just change it up in the live action? Because they could, if they want to.
I don't think they would change it that extremely though.
I mean, they could do whatever they want when they get the FNAF 4.
I mean, let's be honest, they are keeping core principles of Purple Guy's Purple Guy. He kidnapped. Yeah, they made Mike's brother a thing. Technically, Mike was related to Purple Guy though, so.
Yeah.
But they've done it instead where he stole his brother. So that means whoever Purple Guy's actual son hasn't been shown. Because he also becomes Purple Guy. Another Purple Guy. Because he ends up in this location.
But then for FNAF 4, isn't it weird as to whether or not it's even real? Like,
I mean, people debate that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's debatable, which is why it's one of the weirdest games.
Because it's his siblings.
Yeah.
And then he gets bitten. But the whole fact is he did get bitten.
That side of the story, like the mini game stuff, like that's what.
And
obviously,
it doesn't make sense how he sees the original FNAF animatronics when he's bitten by Fredbear.
Yeah.
That technically hints that Fredbear is after Freddy and Freddy.
Yeah.
And the others are the original animatronics, and that's what people are saying. You know how people say FNAF 2 came first?
Yeah.
The actual lore is actually FNAF 1 was first, because if you look at Secrets of the Mimic, which is set before Five Nights at Freddy's even existed, the Fazbear symbol is Freddy from the first one, and that wouldn't be the case if Five Nights at Freddy's 1 wasn't set first.
Yeah.
And also, the movies wouldn't have the second one as the sequel. Because they're not changing the cast. Though the casting will get complex by FNAF 4. And FNAF... Well, actually, FNAF 3 would probably be a bit weird.
Yeah, but like FNAF 4, it just depends, because obviously I feel like it's going to be complicated as to how they're like, okay, how are we going to do this? Because obviously there's the story of the crying child getting bitten by Fredbear, but then there's the whole thing of how are they going to do the being in the house with the nightmare animatronics? How are they going to do that?
All I would say is Scott wrote those books where there was sort of the nightmare animatronics as well, but worse.
Yeah. So you could do something like that.
You just do the same thing, I imagine.
Yeah. Either way, even if he changes things up, it's not as if it's Scott Cawthon still, so it's not as if it's going to be like ridiculously bad.
Yeah, it's not going to be too different either.
Yeah, if it's any changes, it should be good changes, like to fit for a film.
I think FNAF 3 will only become scarier if FNAF 2, with its increasing horror, does well. And so they'll be like, okay, so if we do this, then it'll do well. Hopefully, anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll get into the 20-minute mark.
Yeah.
So, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with others, and see you later, guys. Bye.